by the estate of Sperry H. Goodman.
Tonight, something never before seen on television, a show about sex, about sex, about sex. Well, I mean, the science of sex. Like, we'll ask the question, why is there sex? Why is there sex? No, I mean, seriously, why don't we just split ourselves in half like a bacterium, like a bacterium, like a bacterium? Wouldn't that be a lot easier? Why do we have sex?
Reproduction.
I think it's to bond with other people and create babies.
To relieve tension and to share love.
Well, it feels good.
I think that we have sex because we want to make babies and because we like the way it feels.
Because we have a biological urge to procreate.
Whoa!
It's biologically programmed into every human being.
All right, well, if you're going to be scientific about it.
Sex is a lot more work than just dividing and reproducing asexually. It takes a lot of time to produce special sex cells like sperm and eggs. And it's expensive in terms of energy. Finding, selecting, and wooing a mate takes even more time and more energy. So if our goal is to pass our genes to the next generation, why do we take such a hard road?
Welcome back to America's favorite fun show, Repro Fever. Here's your host, Snap Andrews.
Thank you very much, Kelly, and welcome back to Repro Fever, the show where two species compete to see how fast they can reproduce. Today's contestants are Dave Horton from Akron, Ohio, and E. coli bacteria. How you doing, Dave?
Great, Snap.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, Dave is playing for a new car! E. coli is playing for a pile of unrefrigerated ground beef. It's been 24 hours since the start of the game. Let's see how our contestants are doing. E. coli has gone from one bacterium, wow, to 8,300,084. How about that? Wow. How are you doing, Dave? How many times have you reproduced?
Well, not yet, Snap, but I got a date with the girl on Friday, and I'm borrowing my brother's Camaro.
That's a nice sled.
Yeah, might, bring her some roses or flower or something.
Right.
At the beginning of the date, and I feel like my chances are good. I think I'm in there. I'm in the running.
Judges?
Well, once again, E. coli is our returning champion with 8,300,084. Wow. But remember, those bacteria are almost genetically identical. It's genetic variation and diversity. That's what you get with sex. Tall people, short people, curly hair, straight hair, brunette, black, blonde. Sex is what makes the world such an interesting place. But what if the underlying reason that so many living things choose the hard way, sex, over the easy way, is just to keep one step ahead of parasites?
Because of parasites?
Because of germs.
Oh my God.
That's a scientific principle of some sort?
I think that falls with what I learned in biology.
I don't know if it's something people are conscious of. They say, let's go and do it because we have to keep up with the parasites.
I don't know. It seems pretty confusing.
You ever meet someone and it just clicks? You have good chemistry and you're thinking maybe it's their looks or their sense of humor, or maybe you're thinking it's a compatible immune system, one that'll give your offspring parasite-resistant genes. Yeah, me too. Living things and the parasites that attack them have evolved together. We're all in a race, and this race takes place on the level of genes. See, parasites, like germs, are reproducing fast and mutating. Through sexual reproduction, plants and animals come up with new and different genetic combinations, and that helps keep the parasites at bay.
You stay out. My mama told me not to talk to parasites.
I used to be able to get in here.
Yeah, but this is a sexually reproducing household, and the locks have been changed.
Oh, come on, baby. You know it's only a matter of time. I can change. Seriously, I will change.
You listen, Louse. You keep changing, but we'll keep having sex here, so the locks will keep changing, too.
Well, can I just use the bathroom?
No.
Phone?
No.
Buy a cup of sugar?
Goodbye.
That unwieldy and perhaps poorly acted vignette with the locks, the keys, the human, and the parasite in the suit describes the immune system. Now, it may be the reason we have sex. See, through sexual reproduction, you get genes from your mother and genes from your father. They combine to give you a unique immune system, a new set of locks, if you will, that help you fight off germs and parasites. Now, this line of reasoning has been called the theory of the Red Queen. Now, the Red Queen is somebody that Alice of Alice in Wonderland encounters in the other book through the looking glass. Now, everywhere this Red Queen goes, the whole world moves with her. So Alice has to run like crazy just to keep up. If she stops, she ends up out of this world. And that's the way it goes in our world, too. Moving along doesn't necessarily get you ahead. In fact, we have to keep working all the time just to stay in the same place. Alive. That's just a gag. Here, treadmill.
Recent research at the University of Chicago showed that women can detect genetic differences through scent. Differences in a single gene that's associated with a man's immune system. The women in the study preferred the scents of men whose immune system genes were similar to their own, but somewhat different. Perhaps different enough to ensure a dash of diversity.
What we did was we got 6 people here in Chicago, 6 men, that were of completely different ethnic backgrounds. They were Ashkenazi Jew, Indian Sikh, Scottish, Swiss, as different and complex a background as you could. And we tested to find out what the genes were of those donors. So we had this box here, like this.
Precision instrument.
This precision instrument here. We had T-shirts that men had worn for 2 nights in a row. And we gave the women the box to smell, and we gave them 2 at a time.
And then the women are picking a smell that they prefer. If they had to smell it all the time,
right,
this is the one they'd want.
Right. And so what we found was that in all but 3 cases, the women ranked more highly, they preferred